This is DD India. You're watching Express News, a program where we bring you top 100 news of the day. I'm Amritpal Singh. Let's begin. Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrives in Brasilia after attending the BRICS summit in Rio de Janeiro. On his arrival, Prime Minister Modi was warmly received by Jose Muxio, the Minister of Defense of Brazil, at the airport. Prime Minister Modi will hold bilateral discussions with Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva on broadening of the strategic partnership between the two nations in areas of mutual interest. Acharya Jonas Massetti and his associates recited Shiv Tandav Stotra while indigenous people of Brazil's Amazon rainforest chanted local mantras. India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman participated in the BRICS Finance Ministers and Central Bank Governors meeting held in Rio on Monday. During the high-level discussions, the minister underscored India's economic resilience and its commitment to inclusive multilateralism. The Finance Minister also highlighted India's robust economic performance, attributing it to strong domestic demand and India's policy response to trade and financial restrictions. India abstained from voting on the United Nations General Assembly resolution on the situation in Afghanistan on Monday, citing ongoing concerns about the use of the country's territory by designated terrorist groups. The text titled "The Situation in Afghanistan" was adopted by a vote of 116 in favor of Israel and the United States against 12 abstentions, including India. India's permanent representative to the UN, Ambassador Partha Thaneni Harish, noted that a business as usual approach without new and targeted initiatives is unlikely to deliver the outcomes the international community envisions for the Afghan people. During his two-day official visit to Cambodia, Minister of State for External Affairs Pavitro Margarita visited the majestic royal palace, deeply impressed by the magnificent mural painting depicting Ramayana, showcasing strong cultural and historical ties between India and Cambodia. US President Donald Trump hosted Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at the White House on Monday. Both leaders discussed the situation in West Asia. Speaking to reporters at the beginning of a dinner between US and Israeli officials, Netanyahu said the US and Israel were working with other countries who would give Palestinians a better future. The US President said he would like to lift sanctions on Iran at some point. Trump said he also wanted to discuss with Netanyahu the prospects for a permanent deal with Iran. During the meet, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu handed over the nomination letter to Trump, saying it's well-deserved, reacting on which Trump thanked him and said it is very meaningful. In an interview, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian said that he believes that Iran can resolve its differences with the US through dialogue, but trust would be an issue after US and Israeli attacks on his country. US President Donald Trump on Monday said the United States would be sending more weapons to Kyiv to help it defend itself against Moscow attacks. The US Army installed barbed wire along the top of the border wall with Mexico on Monday in an effort to reinforce security measures. Hope Border Institute warned that it endangers migrants and border communities. US President Donald Trump renewed the 25% tax on products entering the country from Japan and South Korea and shared a batch of other letters to world leaders warning of levies from the 1st of August. Countries including Indonesia, Bangladesh, Thailand, South Africa and Malaysia were charged with duties ranging from 25% to 40%. Trump warned of further escalation if there was retaliation against the levies. Evidence shown to the jury in Australia's mushroom trial was released by the Supreme Court of Victoria after Erin Patterson was convicted on Monday. After a week of deliberation, the jury found that she lured her in-laws for lunch at home and poisoned them. Indian equity indices ended on a positive note on Tuesday. At close, Sensex rose to 270 points to close at 83,712.5. Nifty gained 61.2 points to close at 25,522.5. Gold futures maturing on August 5th were priced at 96,860 rupees per 10 gram on the multi-commodity exchange. Silver futures for July 4th maturity stood at 1,08,070 per kilogram on the MCX. Indian rupee closed stronger amid tariff uncertainty. It ended higher at 85.7 against the US dollar. Wall Street's major indexes closed lower on Monday after US President Donald Trump announced hefty tariffs against Japan, South Korea and other trading partners. The S&P 500 lost 49.37 points to end at 6,229.98, while Nasdaq Composite closed at 20,412.52. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 422.17 points to 44,406.36. Thai Finance Minister Pechai Chunavajira on Tuesday said that Thailand will not back down in trade negotiations with the United States. Cambodian factory workers have expressed concerns after the US said it was set to impose 36% tariff on Cambodian products entering the country from 1st of August. Tokyo residents have voiced concerns about potential economic repercussions for Japan following news of US plan to impose 25% tariff rate starting in August. Major General Humaid Mohammad Abdullah Al-Mareti, who's the commander of the UAE Naval Forces, laid a wreath in honor of India's fallen soldiers at the National War Memorial in New Delhi. He was also accorded a Guard of Honor. The visit aims to deepen maritime cooperation and strengthen bilateral defense ties between the two nations. Union Minister Nitin Gadkari said on Monday that Transport Department bears greater responsibility towards ecology and environment, as 40% of the pollution in the country can be directly attributed to the transport sector. Addressing a gathering during the plantation drive under Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam 2.0 along the Faridabad Noida International Airport corridor, the minister said Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam is a beautiful initiative towards Mother Earth. Today is the 6th day of Amarnath Yatra. More than 93,300 devotees paid obeisance at the Holy Cave Shrine during the past 5 days. The Hajj Committee of India under the Ministry of Minority Affairs has officially opened the application process for Hajj 2026. Intending pilgrims can submit their applications through the official Hajj portal. It is mandatory to possess machine-readable Indian international passport issued on or before the last date of application and valid at least till 31st of December next year. The first phase of BIMSTEC Cancer Care Capacity Building Program, organized by the Ministry of External Affairs and DAE, was launched at the Tata Memorial Centre in Mumbai. 21 participants from the BIMSTEC countries will be trained in a 4-week-long program on radiation oncology, nuclear medicine and radiology. The Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, through WaveX Startup Accelerator Platform, has launched the Kala Setu Real-Time Language Tech for Bharat Challenge. It's a nationwide initiative that invites India's leading AI startups to develop indigenous scalable solutions for automated generation of AV and graphic content for multiple Indian languages. Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami held a meeting with police officials regarding the upcoming Kanwadiya Yatra from the 10th of July. In the meeting, the Chief Minister directed senior officials of Uttarakhand Police that the verification campaign should be carried out strictly in all the districts. The Chief Minister also directed officials to ensure the availability of heli-ambulance service to deal with emergency situations and to further strengthen women's security system. India's think tank Niti Aayog released the second edition of the Northeastern Region District Sustainable Development Goals Index Report 2023-24. The index developed by Niti Aayog and the Ministry of Development of Northeastern Region with support from the UNDP. The report noted that 85% of districts show an increase in composite score, and all districts of Mizoram along with Sikkim and Tripura have achieved front-runner status, while breaks into the top 10 performers. Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disabilities signed an MOU with Sri Aurobindo Society to strengthen inclusive education ecosystem for children with disabilities. The partnership aims to enhance capability of educators, rehabilitation professionals and others to strengthen the inclusive education ecosystem in the country. Nominations for the Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar 2025 will close on 31st of July 2025. Nominations must be submitted online through the official Rashtriya Puraskar portal. It's a prestigious award that's an annual recognition of the energy, determination and enthusiasm demonstrated by children across the country. We're taking a very short break. We'll be back in a moment with Express News. Stay tuned to DD India. You're watching Express News on DD India. Let's resume. Death toll from the catastrophic flooding in Texas rose to more than 100 on Monday as rescuers continued their grim search for people swept away by torrents of water. US President Donald Trump to visit Texas on Friday as the White House slammed critics claiming his cuts to weather agencies had weakened warning systems. At the Nepal-China border, 9 people stranded at various places in Rasuwa after the flooded Lahende stream have been rescued safely. 17 are still missing. Flooded Lahende stream has swept away the Maitri Pul, a bridge connecting India and China in Rasuwa district. In California, more than 1,400 firefighters battle the state's largest blaze of the year, Madre Fire, burning through Los Padres National Forest. The fire has scorched over 80,000 acres so far. In southern France, a fierce wildfire is tearing through the hilly region, destroying at least 1,400 hectares, forcing evacuations and the closure of a major highway. Hundreds of firefighters and water-bombing aircraft have been deployed to put out the flames. In Catalonia and Spain, firefighters confronted a wildfire in the Pals Mountains of the Tarragona province that has scorched over 150 hectares. Smoke billowed heavily as crews worked to stabilize the fire flanks amid challenging conditions. Syrian emergency workers with aviation help from Turkey and Jordan are battling to put out wildfires that have devoured 100 square kilometers of forest in the province of Latakia. Tourists experienced delays and flight cancellations at the Budapest airport after temporary suspension of operations due to runway closures caused by debris from a severe storm. As per the airport authorities, water leaked through the roof of Terminal 2A's departure hall. Monsoon intensified its grip across India. The Indian Meteorological Department issued orange alerts for several states, including Uttarakhand, Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Odisha and Telangana on Tuesday. Extreme rainfall has collapsed normal life of Kolkata in a few districts of south and coastal districts. Districts like South 24 Parganas, East and West Mednipur, Jhargram are also facing extreme rainfall. In a heartwarming moment, the stranded elephant calf was rescued from northeast India's Panabari forest in Kaziranga National Park and Tiger Reserve. Surrounded by love and laughter, giant panda Mang Kan celebrated his second birthday with his mother and fans on Monday at the Chongqing Zoo in southwest China. Britain's Prince William attended a memorial ceremony at the Hyde Park to mark the 20th anniversary of the seven terrorist attacks in London. Prince William was accompanied by Thelma Stoba, a survivor who lost a leg in one of the attacks. Attendees concluded the ceremony by placing flowers at the memorial plaque. North Koreans commemorated the 31st anniversary of the death of founder Kim Il-sung. The nation's flags were also lowered to half-mast on Pyongyang's Yang streets. In Turkey's Erzincan Erzincan, retired teachers Nerman and Becker Tasna turned a childhood dream into reality, building a home 150 meters high on a cliff. Hong Kong's iconic Metropole restaurant is set to close down in September. The 35-year-old restaurant is located on the 4th floor of the United Center in Admiralty. Archaeologists in Peru have unveiled stunning images following 8 years of meticulous research in Penico, an ancient urban center located in the Huara province of Lima. Dubbed as the city of social integration, Penico served as a vibrant hub that connected coastal communities with those from the highlands. Remarkably, researchers found evidence that goods from Amazon jungle also reached Penico, highlighting its role as a crucial crossroads of trade and culture. The United Kingdom's Royal Mint unveiled a commemorative coin on Tuesday, celebrating 50 years of rock band Iron Maiden. The coin, designed by artist Albert Courantes, features the band's infamous mascot, Eddie, in a dynamic pose that will strike a chord with fans worldwide. The Iron Maiden is joining the ranks of musical royalty. The Royal Mint's Music Legends series, which has previously been celebrated by the likes of Queen, Elton John and David Bowie. Musicians, actors, TV personalities and royals have been spotted in the audience at the ongoing Wimbledon tennis tournament in London. Other famous faces in the royal box over the past week have included actors Eddie Redmayne, Dominic Cooper and Sharon Hogan, boxer Anthony Joshua and food writer and TV presenter Mary Berry. The cast and crew of Superman hit the red carpet in Los Angeles on Monday for the Warner Brothers' latest reboot of the superhero classic. The movie, which hits US cinemas on July 11th, is the brainchild of James Gunn and starring David Cornsweet and Rachel Brosnahan. Musicians, actors, TV personalities and royals have been spotted in the audience at the ongoing Wimbledon tennis tournament in London. Rebel Wilson arrived with his wife Ramona Aguma. Russell Crowe attended alongside his fiancée, actress Brittany Thiriot, and John Kenna were accompanied by his wife. The third season of the Japanese thriller series Alice in Borderland, Season 3 will be released on September 25th exclusively on Netflix. The makers have also released a teaser for the series. The streaming giant's latest season of the series returns viewers to dangerous alternate reality, with Season 2 having debuted at number 1 on Netflix's global top 10 list for non-English TV shows. After a roaring start over the weekend, Jurassic World Rebirth witnessed a significant dip on Monday. The thriller managed to earn an estimated 4.25 crore on day 4. The film had an extraordinary opening in India, earning 49.3 crore rupees over its weekend release. This surpassed the Indian opening weekend collection of Jurassic World Dominion, which grossed 44 crore rupees. Superstar Junior NTR has wrapped up filming for his action-packed movie War 2 and shared a heartfelt note on social media praising Hrithik Roshan and Ayan Mukherjee. Film production company Hombele Films drops new poster of Kantara Chapter 1, directed by Rishabh Shetty. Former world number 1 Deepika Kumari and Asian Games gold medalist Jyoti Vennam will spearhead India's challenge at the Archery World Cup Stage 4 in Spain. Double Olympic medalist Manu Bhaker headlines India's squad squad for the 16th Asian Championship in Kazakhstan, which will take place from the 16th to the 30th of August. Bihar's Amit Kishan clinched the gold medal at the Asian African Pacific Powerlifting and Bench Press Championship 2025 in Japan. Defending Wimbledon champion Carlos Alcaraz is pitted against Cameron Norrie of Britain in the quarter-final clash on Tuesday. In the women's draw, number 1 seed Ariana Sabalenka takes on Laura Siegemund for the semi-finals berth. World number 1 Yannick Sinner progressed to Wimbledon quarter-finals after Grigor Dimitrov retired due to injury. Novak Djokovic survived the scare as he battled back to win the 4th round clash against Alex de Minaur after losing the first set. Iga Swiatek continued her progress to the quarterfinals with a 6-4, 6-1 rout of Clara Tauson. Russian 7th seed Mirra Andreeva reached the Wimbledon quarterfinals for the first time with a 6-2, 6-3 win against Emma Navora. England coach Brendan McCullum contemplates recalling pacer Jofra Archer for the 3rd test against India after 4 years. South African captain Wiaan Mulder said respect for Brian Lara convinced him to declare 33 runs short of former West Indies star's test record against Zimbabwe. New Zealand seamer Matthew Fisher received a maiden call-up for the upcoming 2-match test series against Zimbabwe. England have announced a 15-member squad for a 3-match women's ODI series starting from the 16th of July. Fluminense relished their role at the Club World Cup's underdogs ahead of the semi-final against Chelsea in New Jersey on Tuesday. In the other semi-final, PSG will take on Real Madrid in a blockbuster clash on Wednesday. That's it in this edition of Express News, but there's a lot more coming up on DD India, so keep watching. Namaskar.